Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Let's get back to Monterey Car Week. We're going to go back to the Quail. We are now joined by Lamborghini CEO Stephan Winkelmann. And Stephan, first of all, great to see you. Really excited about the new products that you have to show this weekend and that you have for customers to buy. But I first want to ask you about the business side of it. You have the same certainty now at a slightly higher level, right? 15%. But you have the same problem that Frank Stefan Walliser has. You can't make Lamborghinis anywhere else. They have to be built in Santa Agata in Italy. And that's part of the reason people buy them, right? So are you going to have to raise prices?
Well, we have not the tariffs at 15% right now, but they are 27.5. For sure, we hope that they're going down to 15. That would be a solution which we can live with, but we are for free trade, so the best would be not to have tariffs at all around the globe. Yes, we are increasing the prices a bit for all the lineup, but we are taking the bigger share of it.
Has it had... Okay, so now you're at 27.5. The target is 15. I get that. Has it had the price increases that you've pushed through any effect on demand? Because at the same time as you're pushing through these price increases, we have all-time record highs in the U.S. stock market. The rest of the world is doing even better than the U.S. in terms of risk assets. Bitcoin is trading, I think it hit $125,000 or thereabouts a couple days ago. So are you having any problem with demand?
But one of the things which for sure is impacting business is uncertainty. So we need to have a certain idea of what is going to happen, and then it will be, let's say, a calmer situation. For sure there is a V effect because people are not knowing what is going to happen, so they wait. But for the moment, together with our partners, the dealers, we have had some delays, but we think that we will be back on track in the next months.
You've got a lot of new product out and a little bit of a pivot for the typical Lamborghini, right? We're used to these fire-breathing, naturally aspirated 12-cylinder motors, and you still have that, but they're now paired with electric drivetrains, so hybrids in the Revuelto, in the Temerario, in the Urus. How are customers reacting to the hybridization of Lamborghinis?
But you know, we always said we don't need to be the first one to do the things when it comes to the hybridization, but when we get there, we have to be the best ones, and the market has to be ready. Now, all the lineup is hybridized, and our customers are not only accepting it in a very positive way, but we also have a very solid order bank, which is exceeding 1 year for the lineup. So we are very happy about this. And this is a phenomenon which we observe worldwide.
We're looking at video here of the Revuelto, and that's obviously the one I want for my forever car. But for my daily driver, I really am starting to fall in love with the Temerario or Temerario. I'm not sure how you pronounce it when you're in Italy. But it's a change from the Huracan, right? Because it's down from a V10 to a V8 and, you know, turbos and hybrids, and the look is also a little bit softer. I think Hannah, my friend Hannah Elliott would say a little more elegant. How are customers reacting to this new vehicle, and when are deliveries going to start happening? When can I get behind the wheel?
So the name is Temerario, you know, it's the name of a fighting bull. We are going to start delivering the cars in the US by the end of this year as demo cars, and then in the first quarter of 2026 we will have the first customer cars. The cars so far, without being test driven by our customers, is already sold out for the next 12 months, so this is a very good sign. And it's a V8 biturbo engine, and it's a very incredible engine because it revs up to 10,000 RPM. So this is something which is also for an environment we are in and the super sports car business unique, and this is something which the press and for sure also Hannah Elliott was appreciating a lot when we met back some weeks ago in Estoril in Portugal.
That's right, Hannah's driven it and I haven't, but I'm glad at least one of us has, because she can talk about it on our podcast on Hot Pursuit. One of the most fun cars I've ever driven in my entire life was the Hurricane Sterrato. So that was the predecessor to the Temerario, but it had a 2-inch lift, off-road wheels, and just an absolute blast to drive. Are any of these other cars going to get the Sterrato treatment? Would you envision, for example, a Temerario Sterrato?
But you know, we are, let's say, starting the new era with all the cars and the lineup completely new. So we will have a clear derivative strategy, but it's a bit too early now to speak about a possible Sterrato. There are others which are in front of this type of car. So there will be open versions, faster versions, and then we will see what we're going to do if we're going to do a Sterrato. But as I said, we have a lot in our pipeline in terms of derivatization.
What about a smaller Urus? Porsche has, the Cayenne, and then they've come out with the Macan. I'm seeing a lot more of those on the road. And there is still demand for, I guess, a 4-door sedan if it's lifted, a compact SUV. Is there room for another vehicle in the Lamborghini lineup?
So when we looked into the lineup of Lamborghini and of the super sports car business in general, 2 supercars are enough, and 1 SUV is very well fitting to Lamborghini, because in the past we already had one. And what is missing is a Gran Turismo, so a GT car. And this is what we're going to do. So it will be a 2-door, 2+2 seater, and this is going to be our model number 4.
All right, I am always probing you for future product news, and you're very good at holding it back, but I'm glad you at least let that go, that there's going to be a 2+2, a GT out of Lamborghini. Very much looking forward to that, and the Lanzador as well. Stephan, thanks very much. Have a fantastic car week. Stephan Winkelmann there, the CEO of Lamborghini at Monterey.